Imagine North Korea as a locked box, 26 million people inside, secrets tightly guarded, and the outside world left guessing what really happens within its borders. It's a place where information is scarce, and mystery is the norm. The biggest mystery: how does this poor country's government always have money for its army and weapons, even as its people struggle with poverty and isolation? International sanctions try to block North Korea from earning money, especially for dangerous weapons. The world's most powerful nations have tried to cut off its cash flow, hoping to slow its nuclear ambitions. But the regime finds hidden, often illegal ways to fill its treasury. These secret channels are designed to slip past watchful eyes. After the Soviet Union collapsed, North Korea lost its main source of support and had to invent a shadow economy, one that operates in the dark and thrives on secrecy. This economy isn't about normal business. It's about exploiting cracks in the global system, using loopholes and backdoors to move money where it's needed most. The government uses everything from cyber theft to old-school crime, run by diplomats and secret agents worldwide. These operatives are trained to blend in and operate under the radar. Money comes from many sources, all flowing into the regime's coffers. Each dollar, yuan or euro is carefully funneled back to Pyongyang. These streams include digital heists, drug trafficking, and other forms of organized crime that reach far beyond North Korea's borders. Counterfeiting, arms sales, and smuggling are just a few of the tactics used to generate hard currency. The regime even exploits its own citizens abroad, forcing thousands to work in harsh conditions and send their earnings home. North Korea's leaders have become experts at dodging international rules, always staying one step ahead of sanctions and investigators. Their methods are clever, hidden, and constantly evolving, adapting to new technologies and global crackdowns. The world watches, worried as the regime funds its ambitions in the shadows, fueling its military and keeping its grip on power. Understanding these secret streams is key to understanding how the regime survives, and why it remains so difficult to pressure or change. We're about to open the box and look inside, revealing the hidden machinery that keeps North Korea running. How does North Korea keep its grip on power, despite global efforts to isolate it? Where does the money really come from, and how does it keep flowing in? Let's follow the money and find out as we uncover the secrets of North Korea's mysterious money box. North Korea's most lucrative new money stream is cybercrime, an industry that has rapidly evolved into a global threat. Think of it as digital bank robbery on a global scale, where the vaults are online and the thieves are invisible. State-backed hackers steal cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum, making up about half of North Korea's foreign cash. These digital coins are siphoned from exchanges and wallets around the world. Cryptocurrency is perfect for them. It's digital, borderless, and hard to trace. Transactions can cross continents in seconds, leaving little evidence behind. Hackers in Pyongyang can hit targets in America or Europe without ever leaving their desks, exploiting the global reach of the internet. They move stolen coins through countless digital wallets and exchanges using sophisticated laundering techniques to make the money trail vanish almost completely. North Korea trains thousands of young cyber experts, selecting the brightest minds to exploit weaknesses in the digital world and outsmart global security systems. Their main targets, crypto exchanges, video game companies, and individual investors, are chosen for their vulnerabilities and the potential for huge payouts. In 2024 alone, North Korean hackers stole an estimated $134 billion in cryptocurrency, a staggering sum that highlights the scale of their operations. This money doesn't help ordinary citizens. It funds nuclear weapons, missile programs, and the luxury lifestyles of the regime's elite. The regime's cyber army is relentless, growing in size and skill, and their heists keep getting bigger and more sophisticated. Digital theft is now a pillar of North Korea's secret economy, propping up the regime in ways traditional crime never could. The world struggles to keep up as the regime turns stolen code into hard cash, outpacing international law enforcement and sanctions. For North Korea, cybercrime is the new gold rush, a digital frontier with almost limitless potential for profit. And as long as the digital vaults of the world remain wide open, the regime's cybercrime spree is far from over. At the core of North Korea's cybercrime empire is the Lazarus Group, a shadowy collective that operates with military precision and unwavering loyalty to the regime. This is no ordinary hacking crew. It's a state-sponsored team of elite cyber operatives, handpicked and highly trained to wage digital warfare on a global scale. They're infamous for massive, sophisticated heists, like the 2025 Bybit crypto exchange theft, $1.5 billion in Ethereum, gone in a flash. These attacks are meticulously planned, often months in advance, and executed with chilling efficiency. Lazarus and related units like APT-38 use spear phishing, carefully crafted fake emails that trick unsuspecting employees into opening the door to hackers, bypassing even the most advanced security systems. Once inside, they don't rush. Instead, they watch, wait, and strike at the perfect moment, draining digital vaults with surgical precision and leaving few traces behind. After the theft, a complex laundering process begins. Stolen coins are mixed, moved, and disguised through thousands of accounts, making the money trail almost impossible to follow. Mixers and shell wallets are used to scramble the funds, making the stolen money nearly untraceable to authorities and investigators worldwide. The regime then cashes out, funneling the illicit gains into weapons programs, luxury goods, and the leadership's personal coffers, while the world scrambles to follow the digital trail. North Korea's cyber army is a global threat, blending patience, technical skill, and unwavering state backing to disrupt economies and challenge international security. Their attacks are relentless, their methods ever-evolving, adapting to new defenses and exploiting every vulnerability they find. The Lazarus Group is not just a criminal gang, it's a weapon of the regime, a digital extension of North Korea's military ambitions. In the digital age, North Korea's hackers are as dangerous as its missiles, capable of causing chaos and destruction without ever leaving their command centers. And their reach is only growing, casting a shadow over the future of global cybersecurity. Before cybercrime, North Korea's cash came from classic criminal enterprises, drugs and counterfeiting. State-run factories produced methamphetamine, trafficked by government operatives at sea, far from law enforcement. Deals with foreign gangs brought in millions. Money that went straight to the regime. North Korea also became notorious for supernotes, fake $100 bills so perfect they fooled banks worldwide. Producing these required state-level resources and expertise. Agents laundered the supernotes through places like Macau, mixing them into the global economy. Both drugs and fake money were about turning crime into hard currency. These operations were secret, sophisticated, and ruthlessly efficient. The profits funded the regime's priorities, not the people's needs. Even as the world cracked down, North Korea adapted, always finding new ways to profit from the shadows. Drugs and counterfeiting laid the foundation for the regime's criminal innovation. And the legacy of these schemes still echoes in its economy today. North Korea's most dangerous export is weapons, sold in secret to rogue states and groups worldwide. The regime's arms industry produces everything from guns to ballistic missiles and nuclear technology. Missile designs have ended up in countries like Pakistan and Iran, spreading instability. These deals are illegal, hidden behind fake documents and complex shipping routes. Profits from one missile sale fund the next generation of weapons. The arms trade is a self-sustaining cycle, fueling both the regime's coffers and global risk. For Pyongyang, selling weapons is cash and chaos, a win-win, and the world pays the price. Another secret cash stream. North Korea sends tens of thousands of its citizens to work abroad. These workers toil in harsh conditions, from Russian forests to Chinese factories, under tight surveillance. Up to 90% of their wages are confiscated by the regime. It's modern slavery. Money for the government, misery for the workers. International sanctions tried to stop this, but North Korea uses fake documents and front companies to keep the money flowing. China and Russia, with close ties to Pyongyang, still host many of these workers. The income is steady, reliable, and less risky than drugs or cybercrime. The regime uses it to fund the military and reward the elite. For North Korea, exploiting its own people abroad is just another business. The workers pay the price, while the regime reaps the rewards, and the world struggles to shut it down. North Korea's lifeline is China, its biggest trading partner and strategic ally. China provides food, fuel, and a crucial link to the outside world, preventing total collapse. While China enforces some sanctions, it also turns a blind eye to North Korea's shadowy business. North Korean front companies and agents operate in China, laundering money and buying restricted goods. Chinese banks and businesses often serve as conduits for illicit funds. This support gives North Korea a safety net, reducing pressure to change its behavior. China balances global diplomacy with its own interests, keeping North Korea stable as a buffer state. The result: North Korea always has a backdoor to the world economy, and the regime's secret funding schemes continue. Sanctions are meant to fence North Korea in, but the regime is a master at finding loopholes. Fake companies, or fronts, buy and sell goods under false names, constantly shifting to avoid detection. Ghost ships smuggle coal, oil, and weapons, turning off trackers and swapping cargo at sea. Ships are repainted, reflagged, and rerouted to hide their origins. Diplomats use their status to move cash, smuggle goods, and run illicit deals from embassies. Macau was once a hub for these shadow operations. The regime's network is global, agile, and hard to shut down. Sanctions slow North Korea, but they don't stop it. The regime always finds another way. All these secret funding streams serve one goal: keeping the Kim family and elite in power. The money doesn't help ordinary North Koreans who face shortages and hardship. Instead, it fuels the military, especially nuclear and missile programs, the regime's ultimate insurance policy. It also buys luxury for the elite, ensuring their loyalty and stability. The regime's inner circle is rewarded, while the people are left behind. North Korea's secret economy is a masterpiece of criminal innovation, born from necessity. It's a web of cybercrime, drugs, weapons, and exploitation, all designed to defy the world. With help from allies and a global network of deception, the regime survives and resists outside pressure. The constant flow of cash keeps the dynasty alive, mysterious, and unyielding. As long as the money flows, the regime endures, and the world's most secretive state remains locked tight.